Don't worry about it. You good? You good? All right, we live. What up, everybody? Welcome to the 9450 Codename NBA. I'm Daniel Artest. We got Lolo in the building as usual. Don't forget to follow the podcast at the 9450 on Twitter, 9450 underscore on Instagram and TikTok. Also at the 9450 on YouTube as well. We are growing. I think we gained like 34 new subscribers last month. We had like 55,000 views. So we're growing, you know? And so I'm excited about that. So what's going on with you, Lo? How you doing? What's up?
I'm great. I'm happy to be back to talk basketball with you. It's been a busy day, so if I look a little tired, that's why. But we're here, we're recording, we're here to talk about All-Star Weekend and a few other things related to that. So
yeah, most definitely ready to get it rocking. But we got a guest today. He's back again, his second time, and I would like to welcome JC to the building.
Yo, what's going on?
Yo, what's going on, my brother? How you doing, man?
Yo, bro, I'm feeling good, man. I'm happy. I'm alive. I'm not hungry. I'm not cold. Got a roof. Can't complain, bro.
That's a
yes,
fact.
Sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to the Long Island Nets. I see you with the shirt on, repping the G League team and stuff. You out there, you out there in Long Island and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Living a life in the suburbs and everything. Never seen a homeless person in your life. I'm just playing.
Shoot. You know where we from, bro. They all over.
Yeah, I know. people get Long Island very confused, man. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the Long Island Nets. The throwback to the ABA days with Dr. J with the New York Nets and stuff, you know.
Yeah,
so that's pretty dope and everything. But we're not here to talk about that though. We are here to talk about the All-Star Weekend recap, you know. Lauren, if you want to, you know, set it off. Well, what was your thoughts on it? This year's All-Star game. I know that you have some type of, you know, a lot of issues with everything. So
Hold on. That sounded crazy. Don't Kenny Smith me now. Hold on now. That sounded crazy. You have a lot of everything. That is insane. But in regards to All-Star Weekend, my overall recap was that it was absolutely ass. That is my overall recap. It was terrible. The highlight to me was Sabrina and Steph, but that lasted for 10 minutes. Adam Silver got to go back to the drawing board, man. It was the score of 211 to 186 is gross. I mean, I get both sides though. I get that the players are looking like, hey, you know, if we don't have to play in the All-Star game, we get a whole week off. We can go on vacation with our family, you know, after playing an 82-game season. You know, it's a grueling NBA season. Like, I get it. They need a break. And of course, there's a lot of back-to-backs this year as well. So I get it. They want to rest, right? But the players who are voted into the All-Star game and can't rest, you know, I know that they want to not really compete because they want to go out there and not get injured. They just kind of want it's honestly a meaningless weekend. I get it from like a fan standpoint, but even as a fan, like if you're paying to see them play, you know, some guy called in. I was listening to a podcast earlier. Some guy called in and said he paid, you know, over $1,000 to go to the game. And he was like, I mean, what did I, you know, like I would be pissed if I paid $1,000 to watch that. So I think that they're going to continue to have the NBA All-Star Weekend because number one, it brings in revenue for the NBA. But also, it's, you know, a chance for the fans to feel like they're closer to the players. But something just has to change like that. We'll go in, you know, we'll dive a little deeper into what I think needs to change. But I think something just has to change. What do you think, JC?
If there was change, I wouldn't be opposed to it. At this point, you know, I take it for what it is. You know, it's a bunch of guys, like you said, in a grueling 82-game season. You know, these guys playing basketball. We're not counting practice and their workouts. So this is like a relaxed point. So I take it for being that. As a fan, do I want to see them compete? Absolutely. But also as a basketball head, I get that they're like, hey, listen, guys, we'll just put on a show for you guys, and then we'll compete when we're finished. You know, we get 82 games of them competing. So what's one? What's one? You know what I mean? So but I do understand what you're saying though. It's like, yeah, let's see what's going on. And like you said, I have ideas to fix it, you know, add, take away, or whatever. But you know, we'll talk about that later. But I take it for what it is at this point. The skills concept. I actually look forward to the celebrity game more than the All-Star game. So, but that's just me, because I'm an old school.
Actually.
I'm an old school rock and jock. I don't know if y'all remember the rock and jock games on MTV. That's why I always like the celebrity game, because it reminds me of nostalgia.
Speaking of that, like, you're older than me, JC. I'm not the oldest guy no more, Lo. I forgot to just bring that up.
You said that last episode. You so
doesn't
like,
matter.
Okay, pop.
It doesn't matter. He's older than me. It doesn't matter. He's grandson.
Not by much.
But hey, listen, man. You was out the womb first. You know, Lauren's the baby of the gang.
That's
So I'm rubbing my knees. I'm rubbing my knees right now. So yeah, you're right.
Exactly. All the time. But no. All right. So my recap on All-Star Weekend is that some parts of it was trash, but like honestly, man, like y'all, like you said, JC, it's a break from the craziness of the season, right? So I totally understand, you know, how the players is going to react in regards to the All-Star game, though. You know, but I do think that the NBA needs to fix the other events like skills challenge, like what they're going to do with the skills challenge. The 3-point shootout, I mean, it is what it is. It's nothing really to change. Well, right. Honestly, I wish they would take the starry balls out of it and just go back to the regular 3-point, you know, shootout where it was just, you know, 4 regular balls and then the money balls. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Like now they just added more points. So is it really a record when you have a whole rack of money balls? You know, like is it really a record like that? So I wish they would just go back to just keep it really simple. In the dunk contest, to be honest, what needs to change is that we need more name plays. But how are we going to do that? Got to put in some more money. If you can pay players $500,000 each to win the in-season tournament or whatever, you can put some money into the events at All-Star Weekend. You know, like that. That's what is going to take. You know, and because like as much as I love Mac McClung and I think that he's very athletic, but we need more names in this dunk contest. You know, I get it. Jaylen Brown is probably the biggest name in a long time, but no. You know what I'm saying? Like the most expensive dunker in basketball history. No, get him out of here, man. I was pissed off watching him dunk. I'm like, yo, this is in-game stuff. And then how you gonna represent somebody that passed away and stuff like that? And then that's how you show love to your man. That's not no longer here. You know, that's crazy. You didn't honor him the right way. You know what I'm saying? I was very disappointed. I'm sorry. I was very disappointed in Jaylen Brown. You know, but the NBA, they gotta pay the money. And this is why, like, you know, so I wish I was able to go to Indianapolis, you know what I'm saying? So I got to study because I'm taking this test for something. It's just a test that I got to study for. And I really wanted to go. But then like I was going to go. I was like, yo, Lauren, I might be out. Then the tickets was dumb high to travel. So I was just like, damn, it's over. But like, I really wish I was there to at least like speak to Adam Silver. Like, yo, what are we going to do with this? What are we going to do with the events? Are we going to pay these players more? Because you can't take nothing away. You can't. It's not like people be like, yo, I think you said it, Lauren, right? Defund the dunk contest or something like that. Like the dunk contest. Honestly, the dunk contest is the staple of All-Star Weekend. You know. Also, they got to get better judges. I think that, like I said it earlier in the text message, the judges took the air out of the building after the first dunk. It was over. When Mac McClung did his dunk and they scored him, it was over. It was over. And that stuff just got to be better. But regarding the All-Star game,
I think I'm sorry not to cut you off, but I think that's the easy fix with the judges. I think that it needs to be more continuity. Like, why are they switching up judges every year? You know what I'm saying? Like, it needs to be people that, number one, actually know how to dunk because they know the difficulty of what these people are, you know, what these players are doing. But it should be, I think it should be the same judges like annually. I mean, why not? Because when you switch it up, you don't know who's who's going to screw up the scoring card or not. Like I think
Mhm.
Toppin, I thought the dunk was pretty good, and they gave him a 46, and I'm like, but you give a 49 to, it was just too many discrepancies. So I think if you just have the same judges, like that's continuity right there. That's one problem fixed.
Yeah, I think that with the NBA, I thought that they was trying to be political and let Jaylen Brown win. You know what I'm saying? Because the NBA thing and stuff. Because I'm like, listen, I know Darnell Hillman, he's a dunk legend and stuff, but I was looking at him like, get this old ass dude out of here, man. Like you are blowing it. You know what I'm saying? And like Gary Payton, you don't dunk. And I was really surprised that Fred Jones was a horrible judge. First, shout out to Fred Jones. Anyway, I haven't seen him in a long time. I'm like, I was surprised that he was a horrible judge. It was just whack to me.
He won one, right?
Yeah, he won in 2004. He won in 2004. And that's why he played on the Pacers. So that's probably why he was there and everything.
Got it.
But like I was just thinking like this, the judging was horrible, and it takes the air out. Like
yeah.
And as much as people hate the dunk contest, people are always going to tune in. The times like the Steph and Sabrina thing, that spiked the viewership, and the dunk contest spiked the viewership. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, we know Steph and Sabrina spiked it even more. But that was pretty dope. The only thing that sucked about it was Kenny Smith. You know what I'm saying? And I know Kenny Smith. Kenny Smith is the reason he paid for my first flight ever in my entire life to go play AAU ball in Houston for him. So I think I'm allowed to say that what he said was some bullshit. I thought he was a wankster for it, or whatever you want to call it, everything under the sun, for how he said that message, yo. It was definitely wrong and stuff. And Reggie Miller was trying to save him, man, but he was just standing on it. And then today, he stood on his thing even more. Like I was like, dude, like,
it was incorrect business, but he stood on business.
Yeah, I'm like, stop it, yo. Like it's and when I seen, I was like, you know what? Maybe they shouldn't have had this event, because the comment people is going to go crazy and stuff, man. I wish that a lot more men would appreciate women's basketball. You know what I mean? It's a really good product. They got really good players and stuff, and the fact that Sabrina was willing to shoot from the NBA line and then tied the winner of the 3-point contest, it says a lot. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I tell you this, if Sabrina shot from the WNBA line with the WNBA ball, she wins. Easy. She wins. Like,
I agree.
like, no, she wins. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like she's a dead eye, and that's her type of event. You know what I'm saying? Like she when she won last year, well, she got 20, she took 27 shots and she made 25 of them. She went 25 for 27. You know what I'm saying? To win the 3-point shootout. Nobody never scored that high, 37 points. Nobody never did that and stuff. And technically, do you say that Steph Curry win? Did he technically win? Because think about it. He didn't even hit 30 points. He didn't even get close to Sabrina's record. So Sabrina's record still stands and stuff. But I do like the input of that. Yes, bring more WNBA players to All-Star Weekend like that, but also promote the WNBA players as well. When you have them on this type of platform, we didn't see no WNBA commercials, no ads. We didn't see nobody saying, "Hey, go to the WNBA app." We didn't see none of that. So, like, salute to the NBA for what they did, but they also kind of dropped the ball in elevating the league, because they still, the NBA still holds the league down and everything. So I would have wanted to see, more of that. But from everything that I've seen, from my friends, was telling me when they was out there actually in Indianapolis, like all the WNBA activations was really fire, like better than when the WNBA do stuff, like all it takes is to really invest in women's basketball. It's really, fellas, I'm telling you, somebody that I've been covering it for almost 3 years now, for somebody that actually been in those locker rooms as a practice player, I'm telling y'all, I implore y'all to just chill, take your ego, your male fragile egos, and just really just support the game, because it's really a beautiful game. Y'all complain about how the lack of physicality left the NBA. It didn't leave the WNBA. I'll tell you that right now. Women's basketball is very physical, I don't understand why men get caught up in what's going on and stuff. And it just really put Sabrina in a lose-lose situation and stuff. She shot from the NBA three. Oh, but she shot with a WNBA ball. If she would have shot from her three, oh, she shot from the WNBA. It was a cheater because she shoot. Like it was fun. It was fun to see that, you know what I mean? And the fact that Steph Curry only beat her by 3. You know what I mean? It says a lot, you know, and I hope they can run it back. I hope that they bring more shooters and stuff. Obviously, you've seen them talking about Caitlin Clark, which we'll get into later because, like, that conversation is wild. But I would like to see that, you know, listen, the best 4 NBA shooters versus the best 4 WNBA shooters next year. Let's have at it, you know, and let's have some fun and see how it goes or whatever. But and I was talking for mad long. Go ahead, Lo. Like, well, what's your thoughts on that side?
Let somebody else get a chance. Sheesh.
Yeah, shit. I'm like Kobe Bryant with the mic right now. My bad.
Right.
Not passing the ball. Not passing the ball and pause. Too. That was wild what I just said. That was wild what I just said.
Kobe with the mic, that is very
Kobe with the mic is very insane, man. My bad.
That is 2
weeks. Rest in peace, my bro. But come on, 2 weeks in John
definitely 2 weeks.
2 weeks in the Tyler Perry camp.
Go ahead. That's the clip we putting up.
Yes. I agree with you though, and that doesn't happen often. But I agree with you in regards to actually everything you said. I think, you know, I've gone on record, especially on Twitter, saying that I think that her competing against Steph was a lose-lose. And I say that because what visibility is it really bringing to the WNBA when you're not promoting it during the All-Star weekend? That's number one. Number two, I think also, like, they just really missed an opportunity to market it. And it's almost like they use the WNBA to kind of get their, you know, viewers watching, because like you said before, the peak was 5.4 million, if I'm not mistaken. And that's during the Steph and Sabrina contest. So we grabbed job viewers too. That's the highest we got all weekend out of all the events, but we don't even promote, like, we don't have one commercial. Bro, not one commercial is insane to me. Especially because they had, you know, Asia Wilson there too, Joel Lloyd playing in games and stuff like that. So they had a number of WNBA players there. Why not legitimately support the WNBA? That's number one. And Kenny Smith, this guy, Kenneth, like, dude, it was just really given like misogynistic. I was arguing with people on Twitter today because some guys were like, oh, you're taking it too seriously, blah, 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 blah. And so, like I reiterated before earlier, it was a lose-lose for Sabrina because, number one, if she did win, they would have said, oh, she's shooting with a WNBA ball, or she's not shooting from the NBA line. So she was like, okay, I'm going to combat that. I'm going to shoot at the NBA line. But then again, now you hear, oh, but she was still shooting with a WNBA ball. Okay. If she lost, which she did, then you still hear this discourse of, oh, women can't shoot. Oh, women players are trash. Like, it's all this negative stuff. And so for me, my issue with Kenny is that, number one, you had a lazy ass excuse in saying people who know basketball understood what I was talking about when I was talking about Sabrina. Incorrect, Kenneth. Like, no, what? Like, your remarks were just incorrect. Like, you said that she had an advantage if she shot the WNBA line, but you're speaking from someone who hasn't watched Sabrina Ionescu play. You're speaking as someone who didn't take 5 minutes to do their homework and realize that Sabrina was ranked 3rd in the WNBA last year on 3-point percent shooting. She shot 44.8% from 3-point. Like, that's a great shooting percentage from 3-point line. Literally, she's known for deep threes and logo threes and shooting behind, like, the NBA range. So for him to say, like, oh, she shouldn't have stepped back and shot that, like, dude, if you just watch one of her games, you can see her range and where she shoots from. So it's like, it was just a piss poor assessment. And then I think it's like, you have to read the room. Like, this event is the first of its kind, and it's showcasing the skill set of women basketball players. So when we're doing that, why is the first thing you say is, well, she shouldn't have shot from the NBA line? Especially when she scored the same amount as the men that were actually in the 3-point contest. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to get to the final round. So to me, that doesn't make sense. It was just a worthless comment. He must have been drunk because he was saying stupid shit the whole time. Like, you know, like, he was just saying wild stuff. And then he went on Stephen A. today and was like, you know, most people who know basketball understood what I was talking about, and he was advocating for her. And it's like, you took no accountability because clearly everyone said something about it. That's why you're on Stephen A. Smith talking about it. You wouldn't have been on his show if you didn't make those remarks. Like, nobody checking for you, bro. Like, you wouldn't have been on that show. They only checking for you because you made misogynistic remarks. So for the people on my Twitter that said, oh, you're doing too much, y'all doing too much, he didn't say nothing, y'all can go take that somewhere else. I was about to say something extremely crazy, but I forgot what I'm not gonna say that. But y'all can really go take that somewhere else because it's wild. And I just hope that y'all don't have daughters that play basketball, because that's kind of crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. What do you think about JC? What do you think about Kenny Smith and just the overall Steph and Sabrina shootout?
The Steph and Sabrina thing, I was really looking forward to. Even more, like I said earlier about the celebrity game, that was even more so than the celebrity game. The comments, listen, when it comes to women's basketball and men's basketball, there's always going to be the men are bigger, men are faster, men are stronger, whatever. All right, nobody's debating that. When it comes to shooting, though, that is a skill that has nothing to do with your size, your strength, or anything else. So to match the skill it doesn't matter where you're shooting from. If you're skillful, you're going to do it well. If you're not skillful, you're not. It doesn't matter if you're male or female, especially in the 3-point contest. So I said that to say Kenny Smith's comments don't fit. It doesn't matter what ball you're shooting with. It doesn't matter where you're shooting from. That's a skill. If she's skilled enough to do it, it doesn't matter. So all of that, basketball players know what you know. No, we don't, because that's a skill. Because there's grown men, there's dudes in the NBA that don't shoot that well.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're talking about skill for skill, that's when the male-female thing is out the window. You know, if you're talking about, you know, she got to guard freaking LeBron James on the post, then yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you talking about stand here and shoot the ball. Listen, there's a lot of, I'll bet you she outshoot Giannis. You know what I mean? And there's a whole bunch of names. So that Stephen A. Kenny Smith's comments was just, it was reckless and it was stupid. Honestly, that's the real of it. You know, it was reckless and it was stupid because it doesn't even apply when you're talking about skill set for skill set. You know what I'm saying? We are advocating for WNBA. And I wanted to say, before I keep going, I wanted to say the WNBA is the purest form of basketball that we're watching. Women's basketball, just for the record. But when you're talking about men and women in this world, in society, period, when it comes to specific skills, there isn't anything more that you'd have to separate when it comes to men and women. You know, if you're better at a skill than I am, that doesn't require my physical strength, then you're better. Right. Doesn't matter who you are. And that's literally that 3-point contest was that in a sports microscope. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is in the world right now, in society right now. Is that skill set for skill set? Who's better? Right. Steph won that one in the head to head. There's still arguments. Is she better? Is she not? We don't know. But in that contest, Steph won. But it's a legit head-to-head, even playing field thing. And Kenny Smith's, it's just, he secretly told on himself. And that's
you're right about that. That's a fact. You're right.
And he's lucky he got people around him that's like, yo, shut up.
No, I mean, he didn't have nobody around him that said shut up.
Reggie was trying, but he just kept doubling down. And you sit next to a man, Reggie, whose sister is arguably one of the best basketball players to ever play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially on the women's game. Like, so I knew he was going to just let that ride. So shout out to Reggie Miller for not letting Kenny Smith, or at least trying to interject and save him. But dumbass kept digging himself deeper in the hole. But yeah, I agree with you. And I actually told somebody today, I said, if we're speaking of solely fundamentals, the women's game has way more fundamentals than the men's game. Like, let's be clear.
Pure basketball you're going to watch.
Right. Let's be clear.
Right.
Kids, youngins, if y'all watching, y'all want to learn basketball, watch women's basketball. Don't watch the men.
Yeah. especially if you unathletic, you know what I mean. And yeah, watch women's basketball. And
Everybody
stuff,
ain't
like,
built like these dudes in the NBA. They different.
Yeah, exactly.
They different.
Exactly.
So if you want to be good and stand out, watch the women.
Exactly. As I say all the time, I've been saying that since day one. All right, cool. Let's move on. Talk about the All-Star game. So, which was wild. The East beat the West 211 to 186. All right. Let me talk about it quarter by quarter. So in the first quarter, the East won it. They outscored the West 53-47. Then second quarter, they outscored the West 52-41. And then 56-47. And then 51-50 in the fourth quarter. Yo, that score was insane. And like, I was kind of like, yo, hold on. 200 points is kind of wild. But then they just pushed it to 211. That's like the highest scoring basketball game ever. Like, but for the East, Tyrese Halliburton had a good game, 32 points. Jaylen Brown had 36 points. Damian Hater Lillard had 39 points. Damian Lillard was hating on Tyrese Halliburton and stuff. And I know why he did that, because they're going to have to link up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was supposed to be Tyrese Halliburton's MVP to win. He had a great game. He came out, I think he hit his first 5 threes. He came out booming, but then Damian was just like not passing him the ball and stuff. He froze him out and everything.
Yeah,
so
he had 15 and 96 seconds.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he was cooking. For the West, Karl Anthony Towns, basically 50 points. He scored 31 points in the fourth quarter. He was cooking, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess, hey, Lauren, since you're here too, JC, I guess Karl Anthony Towns, he deserves Jordan Woods after that performance. He can have her back. I will let her go.
He had 50 in an All-Star game, man. Stop.
So he still don't deserve those pillows then. Okay, cool. We'll take it. I'm excited about that.
Listen, Jordan, these are not my thoughts.
See, she got your back, bro. So
yeah. So all right. So like real quick, because we've been talking about all stuff like almost 27 minutes now. Like, so when I'm watching the game, I'm like, I don't care about the defense. I don't care about none of that, to be honest. I get it. People want to say, hey, I miss the physical style of basketball. I miss this. This is an all-star game. And understand that y'all been complaining about this for like the last 10, maybe 15 years.
Easy.
It's time. It's time to move on. Like, this is the new NBA. This is what it is in regards of players really relaxing during the all-star game and playing pickup style basketball. And when NBA players play pickup style basketball, you see it in the summer, even like with Ben Simmons, they shoot like damn near 80%. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this is, pickup basketball at its best.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like the skill set from that point of like when the defense is relaxed, and you can see players just, hitting just shots and stuff like that, But when this started getting to 200, I was just like, yeah, I want to see a little bit of resistance back, at least that much. Like, I don't think a basketball game should hit 200 points. But at the same time, this is basketball. This is what it is now and everything. This is what it is. And it's funny, like when people be blaming LeBron and stuff. And I know that we kind of forgot to talk about that.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh,
they're gonna blame LeBron and everything for. I'm like, listen, no, there ain't nobody blaming LeBron. Like, this is just the way this era of basketball is. That's just what it is. And
I'm not gonna lie, I hate it. I'm not gonna lie, I hate it.
I mean, I'm not. Listen, I agree.
Not
with
for
you.
the All-Star game, I don't care. But just in general, I just hate it. I don't like. I hate
I
it.
agree. I agree with you. I agree with you. But like at the same time, like what can we do to really change it? We can just talk about it, like what we're doing now and stuff. It's just like I'm not gonna waste no blood cells and stuff like that talking about it and everything. It's just like it's just what it is. I'll be telling people just embrace it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like just have fun for what it is. Like, but I don't think that people should be.
That court was crazy. Not to cut you off. I'm sorry, cut you off.
No. I know the LED court was fire though. You know what I'm saying? Now, I wish the players would have played on that though. Like, why y'all not playing on the LED and everything? You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry if I'm laughing because we live and I don't know if y'all see the comments, but I can see the comments. It's my cousin. He's calling me by my childhood name, Juice. And so yeah,
I can't see nothing.
He's
Oh, now I see it.
Yeah,
He's
no, I
crazy,
can't
man.
see
That's
it.
my cousin Adam, man. That's my cousin Adam. Like I remember. All right, let me tell you something real quick story. You know, what I mean, since we don't really care about the All-Star game, right? It was during the bubble. It was during the bubble, right? And I had Mark Medina, the national reporter and stuff on the show and stuff. And Adam in the comments like, yo, I give you $50 if you mentioned like MC Hammer or some shit like that. So I was like, all right, fuck it. So I asked him, Medina, MC Hammer question, man. Yo, cash at me my bread.
Look at him laughing.
Nah, but the NBA, like I said, it's just a new era, and it is what it is with this. You know what I'm saying? And the NBA, if they would have just not instituted these offensive rules, or at least, give the defense some leeway or whatever, because I feel like if you're the best basketball players in the world or whatever, like you should be able to withstand physical play, physical basketball. It's the best. It's the best basketball in the world. So, like, this is what they push. This is what they promoted. They wanted high scores and stuff, and here we are today. And hopefully, they'll be able to fix it and everything. Like, I thought that the target score was cool, but also we know this too now. Now, having said all that, we also know if that game was close, they would have played their ass off them last 6-7 minutes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So let's not get it twisted. The All-Star game has always been the first 3 quarters, and depending on what the score is in the fourth quarter, we're going to get that. You know what I'm saying? And then people was like, yo, we missed them. We missed that type of game when they talk about Allen Iverson and stuff, that 2001 All-Star game when, you know what I'm saying, undersized East beat the West. That only happened once. We have not seen that since. And it didn't happen again until like basically like the dramatics of it, since it was like basically when they did the first year target score after Kobe passed away. That was fire. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It was never no real dramatics after all of that. Maybe Kobe, LeBron passing up the shot or something like that, or Kobe blocking LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like that or whatever. Like, Kobe getting his nose broke by D Wade and then turning up on him later or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's really not that much dramatics. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if they keep the game close the first 3 quarters, maybe they can do that together. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they can go in there and be like, hey, we're going to do this. And then the fourth quarter, we're going to go at it. You can't not expect to go at it in an All-Star game that entire time and stuff. But that's all I got to say, because I'm like hogging up the minutes again. My bad, y'all. Go ahead.
No,
y'all.
I mean, I agree with you. I think that even, when I was watching as a kid, they at least made it seem like they were competing not competing, but they were playing for the first 3 quarters. And then the last, 5-6 minutes of the game, that's when they really turned up. And, we don't even have that now. So I don't really have much to say about the All-Star game. It is what it is, and we just kind of have to live with it.
If you could fix it, what would you do?
Say something funny.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Don't say that. Don't worry about that. Don't even speak about that. Chill.
Okay. But yeah, so if I had to fix it, for that specific game, I really don't know. I did read something that said that maybe they should limit the amount of time that the players play. So for example, in baseball, the All-Star game, what they do is they get 1 at bat or 1 inning as a pitcher. So rather than like the players playing like a full 48-minute game, like they're saying like maybe they can just play like a quarter or something. I don't know what the hell they can do. I just feel like it's always gonna play this. Go ahead.
I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I want to make a point on that real quick. The most somebody played at the All-Star game this past one was 28 minutes. I mean, that's you know what I mean? That's the most one. I think only 2 players played 28 minutes.
But they're saying, I guess their suggestion was if the players only are obligated to play 1 quarter, they might go harder because they know after this 12 minutes.
That's not bad.
I'm done.
They can't do that. They can't do that because we fans. Think about it. If let's talk about it with Kobe, right? If Kobe playing in the All-Star game, you want to see Kobe play 1 quarter? No, you don't. You don't want to see Kobe play 1 quarter. But this is the
thing. I watched him for 82 other games. So that one game don't really, you know what I'm saying? Like because the thing is you don't want to get hurt, right? So go hard for a quarter, go sit down, start eating your popcorn on the side, do whatever you got to do, because number one, it reduces the chances of you getting injured because you're only playing 12 minutes. And then also like you probably gonna be playing harder because you know I'm only playing this one quarter and then I can go chill. So
I actually I like that. It's the equivalent of going to a comedy show or any show, and you have a headliner, and you're there for like 5-6 hours, and your headliner's up there for an hour or hour and a half.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you're excited for the headline. You're still excited for the headline. You don't have, it's not any less, it doesn't have any less of potency.
Right.
So your headliners, you play in the fourth quarter. Your LeBrons, your Kobe's, your Giannis's, you play in the fourth quarter. I think if I had to fix it, I would say the winner, the conference winner, gets automatic home court in the finals. That
like what they do in baseball,
like they do in baseball, right? Like they do in baseball. But baseball is not as physical, but at least it'll give the guys a little bit of incentive. A little bit.
All right. I see that. But yeah,
because then they don't have to play super hard, but they could play hard enough, to for the fans to at least buy into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think? How do they? Did we already talk? How do they fix the dunk contest? Did y'all already talk about that?
Like just more money. They're gonna have to. That's the only way you're gonna get the names. You guys have to put money into it. That's it.
You gotta make it worth it.
The skills challenge. They gotta bring two ball back. Get your current NBA
get
player,
rid of that.
I'm
sorry, get rid of that.
Yeah, that was like
I don't want to see an NBA player throwing a chest pass through a fucking tire. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And then they're running around the little cones wrong.
Yeah.
Like, did you see Scotty? Just throwing the ball behind, like they
backwards.
Don't care.
The team skills things was wild.
Yo, I ain't gonna.
I like the side by side joints. Like one on, they had the obstacle course on each side or both sides of the court, and it was
and they go together. They go at the same time.
That was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yo, listen. Scotty Barnes. Yo, I never really seen how he looked like personally and stuff. Yo, he don't remind y'all of that movie Radio.
Bro,
yo, he was running like Radio too. I was like, yo, this dude looked like Radio. Come on, son. Scotty Barnes is a weird looking cat, man. You know what I mean? Like, son look like Radio. His new name is Radio, man. To me, Radio.
Listen, if they start calling him Radio,
in the head ass right there, man.
The
for
teeth,
real,
bro. It's the teeth.
Oh, that's what it is, man. This
damn, y'all
crazy.
killing him.
No. Listen, Scotty, this is his thoughts, not mine.
I never seen how he looked. I know he was. I mean, I seen him play.
I was like, you don't watch the games, bro. What you mean? You never see that?
I watched it. I didn't know like he was looking like Radio though, like that. You know what I'm saying?
I guess sometimes you just don't pay attention.
Really be like Raptors basketball. Like
that's a fact.
He ain't Wemby.
Listen, Wemby. That's sports bet, so I be watching all the games.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, just getting mad for no reason and stuff like that. You know.
And so y'all just thoroughly roasted that man, and it was great. This was better than the All-Star game. That roast was better than the All-Star.
That is a fact. I think that for
Mike Epps roast was killing Shannon again. Even though like they apologized and stuff, he was killing Shannon Sharp again. Yeah, that was mad. I didn't know that he said that something about him and Tyler Perry. I was like, yo, all right, y'all doing too much. But let me tell you something about Mike Epps, yo. Let me tell you something about Mike Epps. I know Mike Epps personally since I was a youngster. Mike Epps lived in Queensbridge for a little second. He's from Indianapolis, but he lived in Queensbridge for a second. Right? Yeah. But Mike Epps was, if anybody's familiar with Queens Plaza who's watching this,
yes,
Mike Epps used to be on Queens Plaza. If you're familiar with Hunts Point in the Bronx too, JC, you know what I'm talking about. Mike Epps used to be on the Hustler.
Really?
I seen him get into fights. I seen him, he did some stuff.
Mike
That's
Epps?
why when people be thinking like, when Shannon Sharp was like, when Mike Epps was like, yo, shoot him and stuff, I was like, yeah, he would. He'll buck him. He would. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I was like, yeah, I vouch for Mike Epps, man. I seen it and everything. This dude lived in Queensbridge. He did his hustling on Queens Plaza, all that stuff. Yeah, for real. Yeah, while he was during his comedic days, he used to do his comedy in Manhattan, but then, walk across the bridge to Queens and do his thing right there and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's my Mike Epps stories. Listen, I got mad stories. Lauren knows. I got so many stories and everything. So yeah, Mike Epps.
You know, I gotta wrangle you in sometimes.
Oh, here we go. No, no, please. All right, so we done.
Listen, you know I gotta get my beauty rest. So let's keep it moving.
Just call it rest, Lauren. Just call it rest. All right.
You know what? I'm gonna let you have that one just because you got family on here too in the chat.
No, you be calling me. Oh, you be calling me. Can I get one?
I'm gonna let you have that one today because I usually come back, but I'm gonna let you have that one today. You're
gonna come back by the end of the show. No, you'll be back in 10 minutes.
This is the last time too. But yes, I think as far as we try to be serious. As far as the dunk contest,
hurry up, man, so we can talk about this damn Brooklyn Nets
bullshit. As far as the dunk contest, I mean, I agree. It's sad that they have to pay millionaires more money to play fucking basketball, but that's what they have to do in order to get them to sign up to be in the dunk contest. I think that they should go back to the days where they're forcing them guys to get in there. I'm sorry. Make it a dictatorship, force them to go. Start this. Seriously, hear me out. Do it in their rookie season. So guys, guys that can jump, that have 46, inch verticals and stuff like that. Like, their skill set. Guys that can do that when they're a rookie, before their legs get tired, before they, start feeling themselves and don't listen. Like, as a rookie, if you say, hey, you're going to be playing in the rookie and sophomore game anyway, so you're going to be at the All-Star game, why not go to the dunk contest? Make these guys go. Like, simple as that. Also, one of my suggestions, I mean, that's what they did with Michael Jordan and Dominique. That's what they used to do back then. They would make them go into the dunk contest. Like, now I'm not saying the stars, like, if you tell LeBron, hey, you got to go, you telling a billionaire that, at that point in his career, he ain't listening. He knows his rights and what to do. But as a rookie, you're going to be there anyway for the weekend. Why not? Right.
Yeah. And it doesn't hurt their legacy as a rookie. You just got here. So they just happy to be like, yo, if I win, like, yo, at least if nothing comes of this, I was in the dunk contest and I won, or I was second or whatever.
Exactly.
So
look, you can possibly get endorsements from it. You never know. Like, right. If nobody, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, Wemby isn't like a dunk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't gonna go out there and do creative stuff, but like, I would definitely have him in there. Like, I would watch it.
He said next year he wants to do the dunk contest and the 3-point contest next year. He said, so hopefully we get to see him do it.
First year was not a good year for your boy.
For who?
For All-Star Weekend. Didn't they get?
Yeah. That's not his style. Listen, my whole thing with Wemby is this: he got through. Don't get injured. Fine. I'm happy. Please, thank you. He's elite. Listen, he would be Defensive Player of the Year if they was better. That's all I have to say. Like, no, I'm sorry. Yes,
He's not better on defense than Anthony Davis. Stop.
Right, thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for listening to Codename. Lauren is fine.
We can pull up the percentages when Anthony
Can we talk about later?
Pull up the percentages. Don't play.
That's
Come on. Not because people be playing too much on Anthony Davis, bro. Like Jaren Jackson, whatever the hell, all his whole JJJ. Bro, you got one of his trophies and you need to give it back. Like, stop playing. Like, stop. Like, Anthony
I do believe. I think
in the NBA. Stop.
Now, before we move on to Jacques Vaughn,
I don't even care about him, man. He got fired next. Like, what are we gonna say? Like, he got fired. Like,
I do. I agree with you. I agree with you that Jaren Jackson I'm not a Jaren Jackson Jr. guy. I think you can score, but your rebound. I think he's averaging like 5 rebounds this year. Like, you ain't honestly defensively, you ain't do nothing to make Memphis better and nothing like that. Let's last year. That's crazy. I don't know why they gave you that award. Yeah. I agree. Like Jaren Jackson is defensive player of the year. Like, nah, son. Like, no. I want to know what numbers. I want to know what numbers they went off of. Like, when they must have just gave it to him. Like, here you go. Like, whatever. Nah, that was crazy. You know what it is? If the Lakers was better like that too. Like, if the Lakers would have finished up, that's probably what it is. I hate losing. Losing really affects everything and stuff. It really.
I actually hate
last year, right?
Yeah, he won last year. Yeah.
Yeah, he won last year. The Lakers got further than the Grizzlies. So
Yeah.
oh, that was postseason, but
But they
still,
had the red. Yeah. No. But no. I agree. I'm. Like even think about it this year. You would have Anthony Davis, to be honest. If we be honest, front runner for defensive player of the year right now. Stuff. I don't even know who's front runner right now. I think Rudy Gobert is.
man, bye.
No way.
No, but the thing is, Rudy. Listen, Rudy be playing elite defense though. That's the weird part. Like people don't like him, but I would love to see.
Thing.
Listen, hold on. I would love to see the Lakers get Rudy Gobert and move Anthony Davis to the 4.
I would love that.
I would love to see that.
That would be nice.
I would love
that. AD don't like being in trenches. Let's be real.
I would love that.
Which is fine.
Right.
Yeah, but let's move. All right, so you don't want to talk about Jacque Vaughn? Okay.
One thing.
I can say whatever. I don't have nothing to say about him.
One thing.
All right, go ahead. Then we move to Caitlin Clark.
With the defensive thing. I don't like that shot blockers get defensive player of the year. That doesn't mean you're a good defensive player. That means you're a good shot blocker. AD is a defensive guy.
See, but you got to understand something. Some players are really good at protecting the rim. Like AD is mobile enough to guard on the perimeter. He could switch, all that stuff. He could do that. But also being an elite rim protector means a lot too. Sometimes
it does. It does.
By just having the big hand syndrome. And
for sure.
Like,
for sure.
You know what I mean?
I think that should be a separate award though. If you're gonna do the awards,
they can't do that. They can't. You can't do that. You can't do that
because Gobert ain't coming out and guarding nobody on the perimeter. So means he's a bad defender.
But he's elite in his area at the same time.
Yeah, but
that's not what we're saying. We're saying defensive player of the year. You need to be elite.
Defensive, right?
Totality needs to be elite.
Right.
Not just if I'm in the lane, I can block and defend. No.
Yeah.
You gotta be elite.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, we need to look that up. Who is right now? Who is the front runner for defensive player of the year and why? You know what I'm saying?
I hope it's not Gobert, bro.
It has to be AD, but their record's not good enough.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. So who's better than AD? Obviously, we know who's not. We know AD is the best defender in the league right now. But like, who is on like the top tier team that is getting consideration? Because I need to see it. So we gotta look that up. All right, we was gonna talk about Jacque Vaughn, but no, he got fired. He's not a good coach, and the Nets is not a good team. It's just an unserious team and stuff, you know.
Not the Knicks, or you said the Nets.
I said the Nets. Not the Knicks.
My bad.
The Knicks, Julius Randle's team, whatever. We'll talk about that in another episode. You know what I'm saying? I almost was about to give Jaylen Brown the torch, but I couldn't. Jalen Brunson. I'm sorry. I was going to give Jalen Brunson the torch, but I can't give him the torch just yet. I'm gonna wait till playoffs. We'll see.
That's fair.
We'll see in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But
does Julius Randle have the torch?
Yes, he has a torch.
JC, does he? He does not. He does not.
Oh, here we go. All right, can we move on to Kate?
No. Jalen Brunson, the best player on that team.
All right, can we move on to Caitlin Clark, yo? Lauren, can you set us off with Caitlin Clark, please?
JC got to be on the episodes more often. See,
dude. Lauren, let me tell you why. Because you got a nice smile. That's why JC don't know that. JC does not know that you are not single. So JC, come back on my side. She's taking. I'm hating. Yeah, I'm hating. Yeah. Talk about cock blocking. Who first podcast cock blocker ever? No, don't let that.
He can't like my takes. That's crazy.
Don't even like that smile. That smile, like Lauren will fool you. Lauren will fool you.
Look, women are only good for their looks, is what he's saying, y'all. Y'all heard him, Kenny Smith Jr. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, that's crazy, bro.
That's I like that comeback.
I'm about to give the church finger and walk out, bro.
You say
that's
I
crazy.
respect that. What is it, Juicy?
Oh man,
that was a good one right there.
This Caitlin Clark. What you got?
No, you set it off, man. You got it.
All right. So, as you may or may not know, people that are listening, hell of a week for Caitlin Clark. She broke the NCAA Division I women's scoring record, beating Kelsey Plum, who I think set the record in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. She also became the top-selling college athlete in the NIL era. And I think she beat out what's the kid from Colorado?
Travis Hunter?
Deion's son. What's his first name?
Oh, Shaden.
Oh, yeah.
Shador.
Shador, yes. Yes, she beat him out. So she's had a great week. It said the company sold more Clark branded merchandise in the 24 hours after she broke the record than any other individual college athlete across all sports since NIL hit the landscape. So that is major. And Caitlin did it in Caitlin fashion, 49 points. That night, I think she broke the record in like the first 2.5 minutes. She had to score 8 points, and she scored their first 8 points. So great time for Caitlin Clark, but it has started a lot of discourse where people who are new to women's basketball are saying that Caitlin Clark is the greatest college basketball player of all time. So I had a tweet go viral on Twitter. And basically the tweet said, I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember exactly what I said, but I said, are we deeming someone the best player or the greatest player of all time? Can you deem someone the greatest player of all time when they have not won a championship? And I'm going to toss that and lob that to y'all. What do y'all think about that? Can you deem someone the greatest of all time if you don't have any hardware to show for it?
No. I'm sorry. If we talking about the greatest college player of all time, is Breanna Stewart. Mm-hmm. She's 4 for 4. No Wendy's. You know what I'm saying? Look at what Cheryl Miller was doing when she was playing. Look at Maya Moore, Shamiqua Holdsclaw, 1 3 in a row. Parker. You know what I'm saying? Candace Parker, like Cheryl Swoops. Don't Cheryl Swoops has the most points in the NCAA championship game history?
Wasn't there a bunch of girls bunch of women from the Connecticut crew?
That's what we just saying. That's what we just saying. Yeah. Breanna Stewart and stuff like that. So because Breanna Stewart got Player of the Year 4 years in a row, right? And won 4 national championships in a row.
Candace Parker got 2, right? Or 3?
2.
She got 2. So, and it's not even a knock on Caitlin.
She only played 3 years though.
2 out of 3.
Because she got injured, so redshirted.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, Caitlin Clark, and it's not even a knock on Caitlin Clark. Is no knock. This is like if we talking about the NBA. This is like LeBron James being like the greatest Laker of all time. You know what I'm saying? Like he could. Right. It's funny. He's higher on the NBA all time list than he is on the Lakers best players of all time list. You know what I mean? So like, Caitlin Clark cannot be the greatest college basketball player of all time. However, I would say she's the greatest scorer, though. Obviously, she got the record, and the way she did it, she's probably the greatest offensive player to play college basketball.
Let me ask you this.
Since because NCAA started.
People were calling me a hater, and I'm like, bro, read my timeline. I thoroughly like her game. Like, I give Caitlin, I'm one of the few people that compliment her often, right? And so people are calling me a hater, and I'm like, bro, I'm legitimately asking a question because when we're talking about, especially when LeBron first started playing, right? What was everyone's first comment when they started to say he was better than Michael? Oh, he don't got the rings to show for it. So when it's on the women's side, then we don't compare rings anymore. Like, where's the continuity?
Same energy,
right? We asking for equality. So is it going to be the same? Anytime you're talking about the greatest, we're not talking about one of the greatest. We're talking about the greatest of all time. And you have no hardware. Another excuse was, she went to Iowa. She could have went to Connecticut, all these places. So we're supposed to cap for her because she chose Iowa. She had the decision to choose what school she wants to go to.
Right.
Or you chose to go to school with a field of corn and shit. Like, sorry,
and hold on one second.
All the ifs don't matter, man.
Hold on one second because and at that time, I think Caitlin Clark and she was number 4 in the country. Paige Beckers was number 1. She wasn't going to UConn anyway.
Facts.
Because Paige was going in. You know what I'm saying?
So this is my rebuttal to you. So you said
forgot about Paige Buckets.
Yep, she's the best. So you said that Caitlin is the best offensive player to NCAA player, correct?
I would say she's like the greatest I would say she's the greatest offensive player for what she's doing. Like she's been averaging 27 since she never. I think her lowest was like a freshman 26.9 or even maybe 27. Like like she's
I'm not mad at that, right? So my question is: was Kelsey Plum the greatest scorer ever because she held the record?
Yeah, I would say that if you got if you watch Kelsey Plum play.
So that's my issue because is it Uchi Wally or is it one Mike? And that's not to you, it's just in general, right? Because people are like, oh, Caitlyn's the GOAT. So I'm like, so was Kelsey the GOAT? Because she had the title since, I mean, she had the record since 2017. So is she the GOAT? Nobody was talking about her.
Nobody wasn't talking about that. Exactly.
Exactly.
And that's the thing, you know, that and I agree with you. You know, like when I was watching Kelsey Plum play in college, I was like, damn, like she was nice offensively. Like she was putting in numbers. Remember, you know,
Yes.
like think about it. Even when we was watching Sabrina Shootout in college too, she was a problem. Like
yes,
bar none, she was
That's
a problem in Oregon. You know what I'm saying? So like, and even like look, like Tiffany Mitchell before. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, Kelsey Mitchell. I'm sorry. You know, like they had a level, then Kelsey Plum took it to that next level. Then Caitlin Clark offensively took it to another level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now think about it. Who's going to do it next? We got Hannah Hidalgo right now doing it, and we also got Juju Watkins at another level. She probably averaging more points than Caitlin Clark averaged as a freshman.
Oh, absolutely. She has
Juju Watkins is
30 double-digit 30-point games as a freshman.
Yeah, Juju Watkins is on the same track to pass. She's on track to pass Caitlin Clark when she's a senior, if she even lasts that long. You know what I'm saying? So she's on that track right now. You know, so it's just about taking it to the next level offensively. I think that when you know, and Caitlin Clark is doing it efficiently. You know, she's averaging 32 points this season on 47% shooting or 48% shooting, 40% from three, about 85% from the line. You know what I mean? She's not, and it's funny because she'll have some bad shooting.
Top 5 in assists?
No, 1.
Oh, she's won that. Okay, so she moved up. Okay. Because I know she was 2 like a couple weeks ago.
I think she led the country in assists at least 3 out of the 4 years. I know she did it as a freshman. I'm thinking that she didn't do it as a junior, or she might have done it all 4 years she was in college basketball. She led the nation in assists. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy when you really think about it.
She is different, and I think that people are mistaking greatest of all time to most exciting player. Like it's 2 different things. Like, will I say that she's one of the most exciting players that we've seen because she's shooting logo threes and she's having different eyes on the women's game that haven't watched before. Absolutely, but to me, greatest of all time, it has to be number one. You have to have at least 1 championship. At least 1 before you're in that conversation.
I agree. I think all it takes is 1.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I think it's 2. Because
that's
if Caitlin
fair.
does, so if Caitlin wins this year, do you consider the greatest? No, you can't, because you can't get past Stewie. You can't. I'm sorry. 4 for 4.
I respect people's argument a little bit better.
It won't even be an argument.
Your argument a little bit better.
So she can't even get past Candace. She can't get past Maya. She can't get past Shamiqua. She can't get past Stewie. But that's like
saying LeBron.
Does it put her past Aaliyah Boston?
But listen,
that's
the same thing. That's the same thing as saying Bill Russell is better than LeBron, right? That's the same exact thing. So so rings aren't the only criteria, but it's definitely a criteria, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
All right, let me ask you a question then. All right. And anybody else that's listening, if Caitlin Clark wins the NCAA championship this year, does it move her past any other players that I just named though? Talent wise and winning.
I wouldn't say it moves her past, but I think it puts her in the conversation.
I agree.
So the GOAT conversation should only be between 2 people.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like if it's 5 people, you know, think about it. Even when we talk about the GOAT in basketball, I mean NBA, Kobe, LeBron, Jordan. That's it. Pretty much, you know what I'm saying?
And old heads throw Kareem in there. You can't forget about Kareem.
Right.
Kareem, I get it, but it's Kobe, LeBron, and Jordan right now. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been watching a lot of Kobe. Jordan's the undisputed GOAT because his first 50 games ever playing basketball, his first 50 games is better than I think the MVPs for like 40 years, for their entire seasons, for their entire 82 game season. Michael Jordan's first 50 games is better than entire NBA MVP
you did your
seasons.
homework today.
Yeah, he did.
No, I watched the YouTube video. I seen it, and I couldn't even dispute it. Like Jordan had games where he had 5 blocks, 4 blocks, 3 blocks. He had 8 steals, 6 steals, or something like that. He had more 40-point games, more 30-point games. You know, like it's just undisputed. So like when it comes to the GOAT now, it's like even if no matter if you like I like LeBron. The funny thing is I like LeBron better than everybody. You know what I'm saying? Except for Tim Duncan. You know what I mean? But like Jordan, what he does, like Jordan's peak years is crazier. His peak years actually started early. Remember, his third year he averaged like 37. You know, his peak in a year where they didn't even average 100 points a game, he averaged 37. Just imagine if he's playing right now. He's at.
I look at
but
I mean,
but back to Caitlin Clark.
We can go down back and forth.
But back to Caitlin Clark and stuff. But back to Caitlin Clark though, like it's like there's no conversation. Even if she wins one, there's no conversation. I see somebody down here near. Hey Neil, what's going on? She said that CC needs 2 natties for that. I'll take that. 2 natties with the all-time leading scorer. That's definitely will put you in the conversation, but it doesn't. There's no conversation. She can't be the GOAT.
So what I will say is if she wins a national championship, I'm also looking at, like, if we're comparing her resume to Breanna Stewart, it's not comparable. Like let's just, like, no one's really comparing to Stewie. Like even when you go back to her high school, like resume, like she has not lost many times, you know. Like I think her total losses are like under 50, like in her entire career. You know what I'm saying? Like
Maya Moore is something like that too. Maya Moore, I think until she retired, I think she had like 28 losses or something like that.
Yeah, it was
from high school crazy to pro.
Right. It was something crazy. So it's like, it's, to me, like you're never going to be past these women. And so it's just interesting that, and it's mainly men, and I'm not even trying to, you know, do gender wars and shit like that, but it's literally mainly men that just start watching. That's like, oh, she is the greatest of all time. Like, you can't even name me 5 women that played women's professional basketball. How can you deem somebody the greatest? And you just start watching last year because you saw Caitlin shooting logo threes. Like, so I think that if she wins this year, I think I'm going to give her, she'll be in the conversation if she wins this year for 2 reasons. One, South Carolina is just head and shoulders above every other team. So if she's able to take that team and beat South Carolina, listen, you can shut me up. Like, you will shut me up, and that doesn't happen too often. That's number one. But also, I am looking at it from a standpoint of Stewie has stacked teams her entire career, and I'm not taking that away from her.
Good point.
If Caitlin Clark takes this specific Iowa team and they win the championship, a conversation has to be had, because if you look at all the players on the rosters that Stewie played with in college versus Caitlin Clark, we're talking about all Americans. We're talking about, you know, we're talking about, this is the time where, you know, UConn, when she was there, UConn like went on how many games where they didn't lose? It was like, what, 80, 90, 100 and something?
Over 100, 100. It was like 100 or something.
Over 100 games where they didn't lose. So clearly they had a very, very stacked team. Like, it was so bad that people didn't even want to watch anymore because they knew UConn was going to win. So, like, yes, Stewie still deserves her flowers for everything that she's done in the, you know, like while she was at UConn and stuff like that. But let's not get it twisted. Like, her team was stacked. Like, stop.
Okay. And that's a good point.
I would give Caitlin Clark a little bit more of a push. Not saying she's above Stewie, but I give her a little bit more push, because it's like, that's hard to take a team that's essentially not a like well-rounded great team. Is you
that's
have
true.
One elite player that is making the players around her better. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I listen. You don't have a dispute for me and stuff like that. However, right, after saying all that, I do think that she is at least top 7 or even 6 all time right now, though.
Right. She's at least second tier, bro.
She's in the top 10. No, she's in the top 10, right? Do we agree with that? I think that she's top 10 of all time. I agree. I think top 10 she is. She's definitely in top 10 though. It's hard to name 10 players. If we're talking skill set too, you can't. It's hard to get 10 players better than her.
But see, also when I talk about GOAT, I'm looking at both sides of the ball too, man. She out there looking like Diana Taurasi, cone drill.
But yeah, understand though. If she plays, is she even better than Diana Taurasi all time? We didn't even get to that part. Like, that's crazy.
In college?
Yeah. That'd be a nice matchup right
This
there.
is a good
That'd be a nice
conversation,
matchup.
bro.
That'd be a nice matchup. Like,
this is a good conversation because this her scoring thing, it's placing her in a place where it's questioning, should she be there?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there was a point, you know, in men's basketball, Karl Malone was number 2. Nobody has Karl Malone in their top 20.
Yeah, because he's a creep.
You know? That too. He drops down to like, you know, 105 or something.
Right.
He dropped it. No, I'll drop him down to 13.
Yo, I don't know if that was off the top or know if he was waiting for it, but that was great, bro. That's
wow. That's okay. You're funny tonight. I don't know what you did, but keep it up.
That was great, bro.
Yo, first of all, Karl Malone was a wild boy, man. Like, what are you doing, yo? Like, what are you? And to the family, what are you thinking too? You think the family is worse? I think the family is worse.
It's close.
It's close. It's hard as call.
The family is worse.
That's a close call, bro. That's too close for me to call. I say it's a tie.
Yeah, because I'll be under the jail. Let somebody play with my child.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Karl Malone, 13, man. That's crazy, yo. That's insane.
I dropped it down to 13, bro.
So basically, Karl Malone versus Giddy.
Oh.
In the game, Giddy will win 15-13.
Facts. Facts. They got
Giddy wins. Giddy wins 15-13. That's it. Like, Karl Malone can't go Karl Malone can't go no higher than 13, and Josh Giddy can't go no higher than 15.
Crazy.
Giddy wins.
Crazy.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless, but in Giddy's case, somebody's going to win by forfeit. Nobody's not going to show up. If you understand what I mean.
They gonna pay the refs off.
Yeah, Giddy gonna pay not to play.
Right.
Welcome to the when we get to the hour. Once we get to the hour, welcome to the hour.
See, look, it's time to wind this one down because this is about to get very interesting. I have fun though. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Also, lastly, listen. Before
go ahead.
Listen, before we do go, y'all better stop playing. Not y'all, but y'all know who I'm talking to on Twitter. Y'all better stop playing on Cheryl Swoop's name. On God, like y'all need to stop playing. Like because
I forgot about that.
5 years instead of 4. Okay, she made a mistake. She is human, but y'all gotta stop acting like she was a bum. Like, do we really need to go down the resume? Like, we're talking about Cheryl Swoops.
Wasn't she the first one to have her own sneaker?
Yes. She's the first woman to have her own shoe. Like, she was the female Michael Jordan. That's what they used to market it as. And
absolutely.
Yeah. Like
Swoops. First WNBA player.
Yes. 6-time All-Star, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, 2-time scoring champ, 4-time WNBA champ, back to back, 3-time gold medalist. Like, stop playing with her. She won. You know, come on, stop playing. Like, like people are really acting like she's a bum. I'm like, and I think I get irritated because it's like people act like she sucks, but then I have to remind myself, like, these are casual fans. They have no clue about her resume. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the fact that you
wasn't even born yet.
Together to
like 4.
the legend is crazy. Like, especially after the like, they're acting like she said something so wrong. I mean, what she said, she only got it wrong the years that she's played, but all the other comments, like, she said the same thing about Angels. So I'm confused on, but anyway, I just wanted to say that, like, stop playing on Cheryl's name.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Like, Cheryl, like, her resume speaks for itself. You don't really have to go in on it. We know, like, listen, if you're a real hooper, man, Hoophead, you know what I'm saying? Cheryl's resume speaks for itself. All right, so she made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? We watch NBA on TNT when Shaq be wilding, when they play, who do they play for? Right. They make mistakes all the time. Listen, I remember even when Charles Barkley played, who do they play for? The game would be the same night, and they seen the player play, and then Charles Barkley don't even know what team he played on.
Exactly, or how to say anybody's name. Anybody that got more than 2 syllables, he done.
Listen,
He's
I think
done.
if Charles Barkley wasn't reciting his own name for those years, he probably wouldn't be able to say his own name.
I'm
Exactly.
And
crying.
I like Chuck too. I like Chuck.
You know what's crazy though? That got Charles Barkley $200 million.
Man, listen,
When
let
you
me
think
go up
about
there and be a country bumpkin and mispronouncing stuff. Pay me that $200 million.
it, is that $200 million? He got some Emmys. He got Emmys. He's an Emmy guy now and everything.
That's
Like, come on.
crazy.
Yeah,
And
you know what I
can't
mean?
even read a full sentence. That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, all right, before we go though, too, I want to say something. All right, so did you see when it was Charles Barkley, Draymond Green, and Taylor Rooks on the alt cast, and then Draymond Green had the big money talk, yo. And I just gotta talk about that real quick. And Draymond asked Charles, he was like, yo, how much your suit cost? Charles Barkley said $1,000, and Draymond Green says it looks like it, and they laugh like that. $1,000 suit is cheap.
Right.
Listen, I got $1,000 suit in my closet and stuff, and I'm like, I should burn it then, right? Because like, but the crazy thing, when I put on this suit, please, man, you know what I'm saying? Please, but I remember when I used to listen when I put on $1,000 suit.
Here we
you know
go.
What I'm saying?
Listen, don't make me spill my yak on my $200 suit, yo.
No, this should be. No, you can't. No. This suit is a nice suit. It feels nice, the comfort and everything. It just puts you in a whole new swag. And I do have a $200 suit when I used to do security in New York. That shit is bullshit. It's heavy or whatever. It's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But $1,000 suit is a very expensive suit. Yo, that was big money talk with Draymond Green said. So I'm looking at Draymond like, yo, how much your suit cost then? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, like, I mean, get it. Charles Barkley do be looking. He just don't wear the suit right. You know what I'm saying? So it does look crazy.
It's like you get it tailored or something. Like
Charles. Oh, he don't really care.
Yeah, he don't
care about none of that.
$1,000 suit is a nice suit.
Like it's 1980.
Yeah, like $1,000 suit is a nice suit, yo. We're not gonna be doing that, yo. That's crazy, yo. That is crazy.
Yeah,
but kind of I respect the big money talk though. And shout out to Taylor Rooks too. Taylor Rooks is elite.
Here we did you?
No, not like that.
Okay, I can appreciate that because Taylor Rooks is very talented at her job.
Yeah, I would love to have Taylor Rooks on the podcast to like just pick her brain, and I think that she's really dope and stuff. Like that. Her, Joy Taylor, Rise, Queens, New York. You know what I mean? There's a lot of great women and people out there. Laura, I think you're up there with them too as well. You know what I'm saying? We just need somebody to say yes.
Period.
So they can see the greatness that you bring to as well. So
all right, I see what you're doing. You trying to bring the plane in for a land and end the show on a good note. I see what you're doing.
Lauren, please. I tell you that all the time. I'm probably gonna text you the same thing. Like, yo, you're really freaking good at what you do and stuff like that. And then you
for the record, I text Daniel that after the first time I was on with you. I text Daniel that.
I appreciate that. that.
We know. People know. People scared of Lauren. That's why they scared. I say that on Twitter. People, you know what I'm saying? Y'all scared because she's great. She's the best one in the business. I'm telling you. Like, we got the best show in the business, which I'm always gonna talk my talk. We got the best show. I got the best co-host in the business too as well. And that's a fact. I would bet anything on co-host. Y'all don't want no smoke with her.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want the revolutionary basketball talk to come out.
Listen, any of y'all podheads listening, come get the smoke. Listen, don't get the smoke. Don't be afraid to lose like the dudes in the dunk contest now.
Forget that. Podcast sponsors. Holla at us.
Yes. Before we leave, we're supposed to mention the mailbag thing.
Oh, yeah, cool. So, we want to do a mailbag episode where everybody asking questions. So please email us at the9450 at iCloud.com. The9450 at iCloud.com. I wish I would have had that. I would have typed it in so I can scroll across or whatever, but I'll start doing that later. But the9450 at iCloud.com. We would love to answer questions. I got some Spurs questions in there already that they wanted me to answer and everything. So please, we would love to do like a mailbag episode, 10 questions or whatever, and then we'll just, answer whatever y'all want to ask us and everything. You know what I'm saying? But it's been a dope show. We've been in almost an hour and 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Dope show. JC, thank you for joining us. Look, Jay-Z probably trying to be third host now. Look. Hey, look. JC trying to be third host and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And look, we got through this show with no hiccups. I told you, StreamYard is lit.
Okay.
So, yeah. So please don't forget to follow us on Twitter at the9450, on Instagram at the9450_, and also on YouTube at the9450 as well. Don't forget to follow me at the Artest Effect, Lauren, Lolo Bike as well, and JC. What's your thing, JC? I don't know.
You can hit me up on IG, J Kristen 720. I have my Twitter is Jocks Janu, so JANU at JANU. So just hit me up.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, we got women's basketball. We got some more women's basketball content coming up your way and stuff. We are working on
drop an episode this week. It's been a lot going on.
Oh yeah, courtside access with Lauren too. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But we got some stuff. I'm gonna be doing some more live shows that's like not even podcast like, but just talking to live or whatever. I've been getting some feedback. Shout out to Kenzie. Shout outs to Maddie and everything too. New York Liberty, Maddie. Maddie be wild and Maddie funny, yo. But shout outs to her. Shout outs to Kenzie. You know what I mean? We listen, man. Salute to everybody that's just supporting the movement and everything. Y'all see what we're doing in our corner and stuff. Listen, let me share that other news too. We are in the top 2.5% of most listened podcasts and globally out of every show. 3.3 million podcasts. We're in the top 2.5%. So thank you for supporting us and everything. We really appreciate that. Really been working hard, try to get this content out for y'all. And also, I think that K-Dot got a special episode coming out talking about the CBA. I know you and K-Dot y'all was just perturbed when it came to the WNBA CBA. But we'll save that for a next show. With that being said, we're getting out of here. Y'all be safe. Thank you for listening to the show. Love is love. Peace.